Have you ever heard of calling spirits? Are you a spiritual person, or do you not believe in the presence of the paranormal world? In fact, like some others, I belong to the type who only believes in what science has proven. Ghost stories never scared me until this happened. This story is told from a real story of one of my friends. My friend has both a father and a mother who are very happy. His father loves him very much. His family is not very rich, but they are content. He was very happy. He always talked about everything under the sky and on earth with me about his proud small family. He never thought about leaving his parents, because his father is not too old. In the late autumn evening, the wind blowing through the fallen yellow leaves, the scene was melancholic, as if predicting an unpleasant day. On the way back from school, he never expected it to be the last time he saw his father. The house was buried in the heavy, grieving atmosphere. His mother was crying bitterly, her hands ceaselessly wringing the long hair. What happened? Just a moment ago, Mom was sitting in the kitchen cutting vegetables. The three of them were still strong, lying on the couch watching TV. Mom overheard someone calling Dad's name. He answered, and Mom didn't pay attention and continued to work. But now it has become like this. Oh heaven! His mother was shocked to death by the sudden news. He was sluggish, as if he had not yet figured out the cause of his father's departure. This morning, his father took him to school, and he expected to return home and receive a bicycle as a gift so he could go to school on his own. But the two of them were still cheerful. But the two mother and daughter have been mentally collapsing for a while now. Their home, instead of being filled with warmth and laughter, is now filled with the suffocating smoke from the cold incense. The mother cries herself to sleep many nights, but always tries to be more optimistic in front of her daughter. Many times after visiting their home, I feel sad for them. The death of the father was too sudden and too unexpected. One moment he was answering questions quickly, and then he could suddenly pass away. I thought the events would stop there, but unexpectedly it happened again. This time it was the mother. She bought incense and lit it on her husband's altar. While muttering, she heard a voice calling out, "Lisa." This was the name of her daughter. The mother couldn't remember if the voice was from a neighbor or not, but she was in the middle of lighting the incense, so she didn't respond and just continued. About 3 minutes after she opened the gate, there was no one outside, only the trees were shaking in the wind. She didn't understand what was going on. To be honest, the sound was recent. It couldn't be possible for someone to disappear so quickly. The next day, she asked all the neighbors around, but everyone told her that they didn't see anyone standing at the gate that day. And their houses had many people waking up, but they also said that they didn't hear anyone calling her name. I've heard somewhere that if you hear your name being called, but you don't know where it's coming from, don't ever be foolish enough to answer. Because answering means that you agree to follow it. At that moment, I was glad that her mother didn't have time to answer. Through this story, I hope that those of you who still don't believe in the spiritual world can answer all your doubts with a simple answer. Where did the voice of your third person come from? And why did he leave suddenly after answering?